my best part is in the kitchens. I love the way I feel when I cook, I move, I garnish, and I send the food. It's the moment of time that I only feel good to myself.
This is The Crackling. I'm Anthony Huckstep. Today on The Crackling, we're doing something a little bit different, a little bit exciting. We're in PorkFat in Sydney, and I'm joined by Narin Kulasai. How are you?
Hi, sawadee krap.
It's really good to have you on the show and be in your restaurant. Heard so much about it.
Sure.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, first of all, people wondering why I named this restaurant PorkFat. It's a big trouble as well when we try to start the restaurant and name it. But I repeat my memory to my childhood memory. I remembered when I was very young, I cooked with my grandma and always used PorkFat as a base of cooking.
Yeah.
So I talked to my partner Tanya. Oh, why not we just name the PorkFat? Easy to remember, and it sounds fun. Yeah, so we name it PorkFat. And most of the fat in the restaurant we rendering from the pork fat to be pork lard, and then cook almost everything except the ice cream.
Tell us a little bit about the food that you're cooking here. Is it a representative of a particular region or from where you're from?
Originally, I from the area called the central of Thailand, the city called Salaburi. That area is at that time, and in my young age, is centers of business area. So people from many parts of Thailand coming to work together in the centrals of that area, which is mean the food in that town is the diversity. It comes from many parts of Thailand from the people who come to work together. So when people like the food, they bring the food to the family and start learning how to cook different kind of cooking. And in Thailand, we call this field as family style cooking.
Yeah.
You probably bring something from the northern and bring to the family and develop it and cook it in your favorite flavors. So we call the family style cooking. Long time ago, some family name this kind of food into the family name. Shatak, Bunak, or something, and so on. So many. So like when you cook the masaman, your masaman in your family no need to be the same like my family, but I cook this way because my father like it, my grandma like it. So I can say at that time the food in central of Thailand is combination of the food from many parts of Thailand, based on people come to work together, enjoy together, being friends, something like that.
Yeah.
PorkFat is family style cooking.
Beautiful.
Cook in my way. That's very simple.
You mentioned how important pork fat was to dishes you remember from when you were young.
Yeah.
Is there any pork dishes from your family that you can tell us about that you have fond memories of from when you were growing up?
Yeah. Sincerely, it is really hard to believe. I don't know why when I was in the kitchen with my grandma, I always take pork fat and just eat with the fish sauce, and I love it. It's still in my family since I was in Australia 7 years ago, I think. That my favorite. Pork fat is my favorite flavor, but since I moved to Bangkok 15 years ago, I forget that. And I live it with my family a long time until I come back into the kitchen again on 2011. The favorite dish is a pork Huck, which is my father recipe.
Wow.
Yeah, he liked to cook the pork Huck, crispy pork, in my family style. This is the recipe from my father's. I try to bring here in the future as well, if my staff settle already in the kitchen. As well as the pork chow is my favorite cut. You can do grill with very simple, just fish sauce, coat with their own fat, pork fat, coconut cream, salt. Leave it for 10 minutes at soft grill for take half an hour, and then you can make the perfect grilled pork chow like we made here. Another one is we put grilled pork chow into the green curries. Pairing with the toast pea eggplant, grilled pea eggplants, and it tastes amazing. It tastes amazing. I never take it out from the menu. Yeah.
Were you always going to be a chef? Tell us about sort of that decision to have a career as a chef.
My fundamental is the engineering student.
Yeah.
But back to I think to 2010, 2009. I don't know. I don't know what my future gonna be look like. I study because my family. Okay, you should study engineer because it make a lot of money in Thailand. So okay, I don't know anything about my future, so I studied in engineering. But one day I think, I don't like it. This is not my way. I don't like the number, but I good at math.
Yeah.
But I don't like it. I don't know why. So 2010, 2011, I turned to play around into Thai kitchen, which is owned by my teacher's business. I just go to play around, and I feel like, I feel to myself, why the kitchen make me more calmer than other place?
Yeah.
I feel better. I don't know why. I feel calm and I feel focused, and I love how I feel when I walk into the kitchen. I can say only I feel confident is in the kitchen, nowhere else.
Yeah.
Including this moment as well. I'm still excited. Yeah, so I know I never get back to author career again. So I make decision to put my focus, my career, develop my career into these industries.
Yeah.
I learn everything I need to know.
Who's been a great mentor for you in kitchens? Who have you worked with that's had a big influence on you as you built your career?
The first start is no one. The second start, I went to the restaurant called Eat Me Restaurant in Bangkok, which is owned by Mr. Narin Kulasai. This guy is one of the important persons who bring me into the professional kitchens.
Yeah.
And I learned a lot from Chef Tim Butler, who is the head chef over there in that moment. I stand there for 2 years. I learn everything. I put my head down. I talk, not talking, just come to work. And then one day, Darren invites me to go to having lunch in Nam restaurant from Chef David Thompson.
Yeah.
The first day opening lunch service. I think that day I tried the Thai food with emotion. Seriously.
Wow.
I never try anything better than this. It's my whole life. At that time, I think I'm quite exciting. How they make Thai food like this? So I think about what kind of Thai food I experienced before. Why he can do something that he is Western. He's a white guy.
Yeah.
And Narin said that Chef David Samsam is very famous. So I come back to my home and study about him. And I make decision, okay, from now on, I gonna put my focus into Thai food deeply. What I need to do is getting closer to the chef David Thompson as much as I can.
Yeah.
I called the chef, who is my friend in the Nam restaurant at that time. He replied, Jack, I'm so sorry. No position available. So I said, oh, if like that, fine. Can I go to your restaurant and the Chef David kitchen on my day off, or I have free time? I don't need any money. I just want to choice. I just want to know.
Wow.
How your guy produce the best Thai food I ever had. It takes 3 months. Just go to no day off. I mean, when I finished my job in Eat Me restaurant, I went to the Nam restaurant and enjoying with the team, Chef David Thompson. Until one day, the position available, I put myself straight indications, the Chef David Thompson, and worked there for 3 years.
Wow.
For 3 years, I learned everything. I tried everything. I'm not the best chef at the moment, but I never give up. I never give up. So 3 years in Nam restaurant Bangkok is valuable. I got deeply in Thai food, fundamental of Thai food, the growth ingredient, seasonals, everything. That the Chef David sometimes built me very strong fundamental.
Do you have any stories of what it was like working with David Thompson and the influence he had on you?
Oh, he is a really big guy. He really nice guy, and don't touch the thing that he don't want to be in the kitchen. He will be the different one. But I love him. I love him right now. Our relationship like a family at the moment. Yeah. He teach me a lot how to running the proper kitchens, how to bring Thai food up to the Thai food is not necessary to be like at the moment. The Thai food is going down because people try to reduce the true cost of Thai food and reduce the quality of ingredient, he said. And you don't need to be Thai food. No need to be cheap. You can bring out the Thai food by put the better ingredient into the Thai food will be amazing. And more than that, he showed me how to cook the Thai food more than he speaking. His actions, his behavior, emotional, everything. He showed me how to bring it up, and always my legendaries in Thai cooking.
Tell us about the move to Australia. How did it happen, and what was it like for you moving here?
I think it was in 2014, which is I was here for the Nusa Food Festival with Chef David Thompson as well. The first Australia, I working with him in Nusa, Queensland. Not so long, just 2 weeks or something like that. And I really love the air, the atmosphere, the sea, everything. I love Australia because at that time I love to exercise, so I love the how I feel, the fresh air, the natural everything. I come back to Bangkok that year and then make decision to move back
Wow.
to Australia in 2015.
What did you do when you got here? Tell us about what life was like and where you were working.
In Australia.
Australia.
It's really tough at the first year. 2015, the first restaurant I working is the Benelong
Wow.
of under the chef Peter Gilmore, and I works alongside with chef Rock Cocktails,
Yep.
who the head chef is Benelong. I can say that it's really hard for me. I almost give up 1,000 times because the cultures of working is so different.
Yeah.
So I need to adapt myself to, I can say Benelong is military grade
Yeah.
kitchens. So long hour, you need to be dedicated, you need to be correct. Chef Rob Cockrell said, check. Every dish you make need to be the same. The first hour you make or the 14 hours you make, the food need to be the same. So I remember that and respect him as a good mentor and a good friend as well. And the chef Peter Gilmore teach me a lot about precision cooking.
Yeah. Okay.
Precision temperature, timing, and anything that never happened in Thai cuisine. So I learned a lot from the chef Peter Gilmore about the modern style cooking, precision cooking. Just 1 year, and then I turned back to David Thompson again to set up Longshim
Yes.
Sydney on 2015, late 2015. Yeah.
Tell us about Longshim in Sydney. I remember it opening and eating there. And what was it like for you cooking the food there? And do you have any stories of that time?
Yeah, I really happy to come back to Chef David again because Thai food, Thai food is my main interesting, and I think I'm good at it. And the Longshim style is the first concept is street food, which is more relaxed than Nam restaurant. It's more relaxed. It's more casual. Oh, I thought that time, Longshim is gonna be easy for me, but actually not. When you're serving street food with 300 people,
Wow.
200 people, it's turned challenging. It turns challenging because mostly the Thai street food, when you make, for the example, you make Hainan chicken. Family who make Hainan chicken in Bangkok style, they make only chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you do like bone noodle, that family make only bone noodle,
Yes.
and they do the best bone noodle. But Longshim, when Longshim make bone noodle, Hainan chicken,
Yes.
stir fries, pad thai, or so on, it's challenging. It's really challenging. It's harder than Nam restaurant actually. but I having fun with it, and I spend quality time with Chef David Thompson and the team in Longshim, and then I still remember how I happy with the team that's over there.
I remember interviewing David Thompson once, and he talked about Thai cuisine that there's not necessarily specific recipes and exact measurements. It's about the ingredients and then understanding when you actually physically cook and the adjustments, knowing the adjustments to make.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your approach to Thai cookery and the dishes.
It's exactly like that. For the example, the chili in different seasons is different level of spiciness.
Yeah.
As well as the lamb. The lamb in summers is more sour. The lamb in rainy season is less sour. So even you have the recipe, you need to taste. But the hard thing in Thai cuisine is the food finally it depend on the head chef tongues
Right.
to finally before you send to the customer. So it's not really 100% recipe. Finally, before you send, you need to taste and adjust again a little bit. The recipe is just the guideline.
Yeah.
To let your boy, your stuff don't go away too far.
Yeah.
But let them closer. Let them closer in this area, and then we finalize it before we send to the customer. So not 100% recipe. It's on your tongue, and the tongue. Chef David say, the taste. This is we can't learn. It from the sky. It's from the sky. Even you try hard, you can't learn how to taste the food.
Yeah.
This is gift. And anyway, we need to taste every time we send to the customer because the ingredient always change depending on the seasons. Yes.
Tell us about PorkFat, this restaurant that we're in. When did you start thinking about creating your own restaurant, and tell us about finding the site and building the restaurant?
We have this idea to building the small business so long time. We used to think we just make like 10 or 15 seats to just do any occupation when we get old age with my partners. And that time I have no idea about the name yet. I don't know what the name it should be, what style, but before we open this restaurant, the food that I always like is the food that I cook at home.
Yeah.
The classic menu, as you see in the menu, everything is cooked in my home before it's lunch. So which means I love everything I put into the menu. So it's easier to handle because I love it. I know what it tastes, what the taste it should like. And the PorkFat is my childhood memory.
Yeah.
I want to name this restaurant into Thai name, but I think PorkFat is funny and aesthetic and linked to the story, a beginning story, which is we use pork lard for everything except the ice cream into the restaurant. Yeah. So why don't we name PorkFat, and the pig in Thailand is the lucky animal.
Yeah.
It's my believing, it's Thai believing, Asian believing. The pig is lucky animal. You being pig, you lucky everywhere. Funny, yeah. And I see everyone walk past my restaurant and point at this sign, and then I think we're successful. And they talk about this sign and the name, even they didn't know me before. Yeah.
It's one of the best restaurant names that I've seen. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Tell us about some of the pork dishes on the menu. Is there one or two that you could sort of talk through and tell us how to make them?
Okay. The famous dish is everyone come and talk about it. It unbelievable. It's very simple. That like grilled pork chow with smoked chili nam chims. We marinate in 2 years old fish sauce, the best quality fish sauce we can find in the market. 10 minutes and slowly grill in the grill, and then leave it rest, and then cut and serve straight away to the customer. This is my favorite dish as well. Go very well with Thai beer. And another one is the green curries. We use the grilled pork chow we put in green curry. The pork chow is my favorite cut of the pork myself, and even better when they mix into the green curries.
Why is it your favorite cut? What do you love about it?
That texture, it doesn't like any cut at all. Is you can feel what the difference when you try the pork chow. You can feel like it's sprinkly in your mouth, and it's tender, and the fat that coat above the skin melt down into your tongue at the same time.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
You're making me hungry.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, you must try it once. Yeah.
Well, you've built this amazing restaurant here. What do you love about what you do?
Yes, cooking, of course. I love to put myself into the kitchens because, as I mentioned, this is the only area in my life I feel confidence. It's the only area. I love to training the staff, and I love to see the staff develop themselves to cook the better Thai food. It's my favorite time. The time that I sometimes I don't like to do in business. So it's because it's business.
Yeah.
It's boring sometimes when you do with the number, the costing, or something like that. But it's not the best part of me. My best part is in the kitchens.
Right.
I love the way I feel when I cook, I move, I garnish, and I send the food. It's the moment of time that I only feel good to myself. When I walk out from the kitchen, I feel myself a different person.
Wow.
I don't see any meaningful, really. Only when I step into the kitchen. A bit emotion, but it's true. It's true. I love myself when I'm getting in the kitchen.
It's an absolute honor to be here and look forward to sharing a feast with you a bit later on.
Yeah.
Loved having you on the Crackling today.
Yeah, sure.
Keep in touch and we'll catch up again soon.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming to my small house. Thank you.
This is The Crackling, a Deep in the Weeds production in partnership with PorkStar. I'm Anthony Huckstep. Stay tuned as we catch up with some of Australia's best chefs and pork producers to discover what makes Australian pork so special.